The next product that we're going to review today is from Trade Pending, and it's called Offer. Dealers know about Trade Pending's real time market data, trade values that are integrated into digital retailing tools and the websites, but the company decided to take their website merchandising one level higher by introducing a product called Offer. This product allows dealers to customize their outreach to consumers to acquire their used cars. The Offer platform allows dealers to customize the questions, unlike other platforms with rigid workflows, to increase conversion and to get consumers to engage. We know that new car supply is coming back to normal, but there's still much more to go to get stocking levels back up across all new car models. So what are dealers supposed to do for their revenue? Well, it's to acquire more used cars at a reasonable price and move those cars as quickly as possible. And that's where Trade Pending Offer comes in. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the preview and demonstration Trade Pending did on their new platform to help dealers acquire more used cars from local sellers.
Today, we're going to be talking about two solutions from Trade Pending, Trade Plus and Offer. So Trade Pending's been around now about 8 years, growing super fast. We have about 3,500 customers. We've been able to grow really fast. We have a couple of unique features that help us stand out from our competition. We'll get into those as we go along here. So one of the main problems that's been in the industry now for years, consumers are doing, research online for their value of their vehicle. They're getting for the most part, a nationwide book value where, dealers are using tools that are going to have a lot more relevant local market data. It's going to be a lot closer to that number that dealer is going to be able to provide for that particular vehicle. So unfortunately, sometimes consumers can come in, dealer and the consumer are thousands of dollars apart. That's not an easy conversation on either side of the desk. So that's where we come in with our data. We have a software that actually sweeps every franchise store in the United States and in Canada every 24 hours. So our values are always going to be super up to date and super accurate. On top of that, the dealer is going to have full control over those values as well. This is a Google consumer survey that was done. This is going to show you why people are coming to dealerships' websites. So no surprise, 49% are there to do research on inventory. However, the second biggest reason is going to be to research the value of a trade-in. Almost 32% of the people that are there to do that. So if you don't make it super easy for them, super simple to get that number in front of them, they could potentially bounce off your site. So let's check this out, what it looks like on a consumer site. So as you can see here, just below the fold, value your trade. Keep in mind, all of this stuff that I'm getting ready to show you is super flexible. You can even change the verbiage, the color. We're going to put this on all the important parts of your site: homepage, search results page, of course, your vehicle details page, and then of course, any of the drop downs up here that you would like them on. So let's start this from the consumer standpoint. So 2018 Toyota, as you can see right off the bat, it's going to have predictive text. This is nothing new. Google, Facebook, Amazon all do this, just helps the consumer reach their destination quicker. So as you can see here, first name, last name, email, phone number. Most people are going to have autofill on their computer when they do this, and everyone's going to have autofill on their mobile phone when they do this. So get market report. This is going to be an optional lead gating that we put up. This is going to help the quality of the lead. This is going to make the consumer actually put in their phone number to verify that that is a legitimate phone number. Helps save your team a lot of time chasing down wrong numbers. And once they get this lead into the CRM, that number is going to be legit. So boom, here at the market report, the consumer got what they wanted, which was an accurate appraisal of their vehicle, and the dealership got what they wanted, which was a lead in their CRM. So a couple things on this market report. Supply map right here. It looks like this Corolla is up 54% in the past 90 days. This value here, this range, you guys are going to have full control over. Some dealers do a $400 and $500 spread. Some dealers do a $4,000 and $5,000 spread. It's all according to how you want this presented to your consumers. It's there to protect the dealer. Demand box over here. So this is going to be a good negotiation piece for the sales guys as well. Looks like this car is going to sit on a lot for an average of about 75 days. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Shopper, this car is going to sit on our lot for a couple of months. We're going to have to knock a couple $1,000s off. Or if this says, 10 days, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Shopper, bring this car in. We're giving the higher end of the range. They're moving really quick in our market. Scrolling down here to local market comps, it's going to give you a little bit more information, on our algorithm of how we come to our values as well. So what we do here is we've got 25-mile increments until we find 30 to 40 like vehicles for sale or recently sold. So in this case here, we have 30 vehicles within 175 miles of the dealership zip code. Orange dot represents the vehicle that we just put in, and all these gray dots are going to be local market comps. The consumer can pan over, get a little bit more data. As you can see here, we're being transparent with the consumer. It brings them down to reality a little bit on what their vehicle may or may not be worth. Similar to Zillow, right? Zillow doesn't put a number on your house, but they do give you local market comps. Your consumer can come in, think their car's worth 20,000. They're able to look at all these local market comps. Maybe my car's actually worth 18. Continuing on the market report, my favorite part, we're going to walk the consumer through exactly how we came to that value. So as I mentioned before, we go retail down. So here's the average retail in this particular market, and then straight in with our deductions. Estimated discount from list. You can make this number whatever you like as well. Recon fee, this is just generic for a Corolla, but if you do something extra special, we can make that number whatever you like as well. Depreciation, $10 a day. As you can see, if you saw as above, 75 days on the lot, 75 times 10 is 750. And these bottom three are straight from NADA: advertising costs, dealer overhead, and dealer net profit. And then boom, estimated value to the dealer. So while we're on this, on these numbers as well, I do want to show you the control that the dealership is going to have. You can see all these numbers that I highlighted here. The dealer will have full control over these, all the way from reconditioning all the way down to the range here. So flipping back over here. So the next step on this is going to drill down a little bit further into that vehicle, gather some more data, and put a firm offer in front of that consumer, right? So there's a couple of ways that they can get loaded into these questions. This is going to be the first way, boom, straight from the market report, and it's going to load them directly into the questions. So the dealership is going to have full control over the number of questions, how they're asked, how they're answered, all the deductions for each question, and of course the value that's spit out at the end. So the other way that we're able to load these consumers into these questions is from a sell page, right? So not everyone that hits your site may be looking to trade in. Maybe they're looking to sell their vehicle, right? So we always recommend that the dealership has a sell/trade my car tab at the top, and then boom, this nice page that the dealership's website provider built for them, and then our bar is here. Consumer can start engaging with this. And you notice here, what we do here, instead of taking them through that market report and giving them the option to click in to that get instant offer, we just drop them directly into the questions here. And the dealership already has the lead at this point. So even if I don't answer all these questions, the dealership's still going to get the lead. So panning back over here, I'll run you through some of these questions. So mileage, of course, that's going to be a relevant question. We do ask for a VIN or license plate. If the consumer has the license plate, it does auto load the VIN. We do make this optional. Again, that's the dealership's choice to make this optional. We can make it required. Totally up to you. Exterior of the vehicle, boom. Has it been in an accident? Of course, according to how this is answered by the consumer, this can be a disqualifying question. We don't want to put a number on a vehicle that may have been in an accident, but we also don't want to push the consumer away as well. So we'll have just a default message at the end that says, hey, the dealership will reach out to you for further evaluation. Condition of the engine. It runs no issues. Vehicle's exterior. So each one of these numbers will have a deduction of your choosing applied to it according to how it's answered. So if I answer it as a 7 or an 8, say it knocks off $300 or $400. If I answer it as a 3, it's going to knock off $1,000. Just all according to how you guys would evaluate the vehicle on the showroom floor. Condition of the vehicle's interior. Same thing. Boom. Has it been smoked in? Nope. Keys do you have? So automatically here, if I only have one key, you're going to have to knock $400 or $500 off to cut a new key. So I'll just hit 2 or more. Loan or lease is going to drill down a little bit further and ask me for some hard numbers for some data on that. I'll hit neither. Does car have any aftermarket modifications? They don't have to put anything in here, but we'll just hit NA. Is there anything else we should know about this vehicle that might add to its value? Let's just say tinted windows. Hit next, and then boom, it's going to put a firm offer on my vehicle. Of course, it'll have the dealership's logo up here, the vehicle that we just put in, disclaimer message. Of course, the dealership will have full control over this disclaimer message as well. And then scrolling down, it's going to have that firm offer, and then it's going to allow the consumer to go ahead and schedule an appraisal right from the market report as well. And then continue scrolling down. It's going to walk them through exactly how we came to that price, just like on the other market report that I showed you. And of course, we all know how important mobile is these days. You probably 60 to 80% of your traffic is coming in from a mobile phone. So let me show you how quick this is on a mobile phone. We were built mobile first, so we're even just a little bit quicker on mobile. So instead of doing mouse clicks, we'll revert to thumb taps here. I'll count the taps and show you how quick this is. I'll just do the same vehicle as we did before, 2018 Toyota Corolla. So that was about 6, 7. Of course, autofill, everyone has that on their mobile phone. So we're looking at about 8 clicks right there. And then, of course, it will ask me to confirm my phone number again. 8161. And boom, we're right back here on the market report where we just were, just stacked instead of side by side. So just that quickly, the dealership has a lead in their CRM. A couple other little features as well that we've recently added to Trade Plus. The lead gating, which we already touched on, but we also have recently added VDP view history. So this is going to allow the sales manager or the salesperson that's working this lead to view the VDPs that the consumer looked at before they submitted a trade lead. This is great ammunition for the sales, whoever's following up with this lead. When they start that conversation, hey, I saw you were looking at 6 F-150s. Obviously, they're going to be in the market for an F-150. If they've looked at 6, if they've looked at 6 different used trucks, maybe they haven't made their mind up yet. We've also added a sharing feature via email or text right from the bottom of the market report. So if you run one of these for, say, a family member, you can directly text them from the market report. And also, we've also added a contact button at the bottom of the market report. It allows the consumer to call or text the dealership directly. Last but not least, some analytics as well. So this is going to be the back-end tool. You'll have access to this 24/7. Bunch of data in here. You can come in here and look at your conversion, desktop conversion, mobile conversion. It's also going to have a conversion funnel. So of course, it'll give you your monthly unique users. It'll also give you your unique leads. Keep scrolling down, unique users by device. You'll also be able to see exactly how they're coming in on which device. And then of course the page type, as I mentioned before, we're going to be located on all the important parts of your site. And you can see exactly where those leads are coming in on each site. We can typically have this on dealership's website in 24 to 48 hours. We also have a really strong support team as well that can answer questions. Any problems you have, you can always contact me or your local rep as well.
I hope you can see that Trade Pending's offer platform is mobile optimized, it's fast, it's friendly, and it's customizable by the dealer. So if you'd like more information on Trade Pending offer, make sure you go to tradepending.com and get a demo.